Hey guys, what's up and welcome to my channel. My name is Miley. If you are new here, I do a new DIY video every single week. And this week, we made it. It is the big reveal on what I made furniture flipping for an entire month. I'm going to be breaking down everything. What I spent on the piece, what I spent on supplies, and of course, what I sold the piece for and the profit I made. And I will be giving my final thoughts on my first attempts at furniture flipping. So I think you guys have waited long enough. Let's get into it. Okay, I have my official breakdown of everything right here, and I'm just gonna be taking this week by week. So, starting off with week one, the first flip that I did. We had the cane armchair, and I got that chair for 10 bucks. I spent 15 bucks on supplies. All I had to get was some fabric for some new cushion covers. So altogether, I had $25 into that chair, and I sold it for 150 bucks, giving me a profit of $125. And I'm pretty happy with what I made on that chair. Those cushion covers took me maybe an hour to do, so 125 bucks in less than an hour, I'll take it. Then we had the cane dining chairs. I bought the set for 20 bucks. I put $18.89 into it for fabric, but I'm just gonna round up to 19 to make it easier. And unfortunately, these chairs haven't sold yet. They are one of 3 items that haven't sold yet. But when these pieces finally do sell, I'm gonna be doing a breakdown over on Instagram. So if you're curious when and how much these sell for, go follow me over there. So far I've made $125. We've got a long way to go to reach my goal of $2,300. Let's keep going. Flip number 3 of week 1 was the cane entryway table. And I bought the table for 60 bucks. And I really didn't put any money into supplies. I just used some paint and top coat that I had laying around. So I'm gonna say I put 60 bucks into this piece. And I sold this piece for $240, giving me a profit of $180. And this piece is still one of the most exciting flips because it is the only piece out of the entire month that sold for more than I had it listed for. And then we have the last 2 flips of week 1. It was the coffee table and the side table that I got for free. So that was already a really great start. And then for supplies, I spent $32 on the 2 project boards that I used to replace the glass. And I sold the tables for 100 bucks, giving me a profit of $68. I wasn't super happy with the money I made on these 2 tables, but this was my first week and I kind of just jumped at the first person that offered me some money for them. But I think if I held out, I could have made a bit more money. So that brings my total for the first week to $373. And this is also why I wasn't feeling like super optimistic that I was gonna reach my goal. But let's keep going. Okay, we are on to week 2, and this week I did less flips, but the flips I did do were much more involved. And we started out this week with the gossip bench. And this is the piece that sold before I even got started. So I bought the bench for 20 bucks and I put $42 into it for supplies between the fabric and the paint that I got. So altogether I had $62 into it and I sold it to my sister for $250. Giving me a profit of $188. And then flip number 2 was the secretary desk, the piece I poured my heart and soul into. I bought the desk for 40 bucks and I put $24 into it for supplies between the paint that I got and the contact paper. And this thing has not sold yet. What does a girl need to do to get this thing to sell? I have listed it for my area, I've listed it for 2 hours north, I listed it 1 hour west, 1 hour east, and I still do not have any takers. I get that it's a super specific piece, but I just want it to find its forever home. I originally listed it for $400, but I have now lowered it all the way to $250. So I'm hoping somebody somewhere will at least take it for $250. Okay, we have the last flip of week 2, the Hutch. And I got the Hutch for 20 bucks, and I painted it using some paint I already had. So the money I spent on the piece goes towards the new hardware, and that was $25. So I had $45 into this piece, and it sold for $400, giving me a profit of $355. And that brings my total after week 2 up to $916. So we are slowly but surely chipping away at that $2,300 goal, but we're not there yet. Okay, on to week 3. I started out week 3 with the green trunk, and I didn't do anything to this piece. I was just testing out the concept of staging a piece to flip it. And I bought the trunk for $5, and I listed it for 30 bucks, and I sold it for 30 bucks. So I'm really happy with the $25 I made. I was just really wanting to test out this concept. The second flip was the 6 stools that I bought. And I bought the 6 stools for $100, and I ended up breaking up the set. So for the stools that I kept black, I spent 30 bucks for fabric to reupholster them. And then for the 2 stools that I kept white, I spent 30 bucks on supplies between spray paint and fabric. So altogether, I had 160 bucks into these stools. And this is the third and final pieces that haven't sold. I currently have them listed for 40 bucks a stool, so I have a feeling that these stools will sell after Christmas. And then the last flip of week 3 was the cool Art Deco dresser. I bought the dresser for 60 bucks, and I spent $12 on supplies for the 2 cans of the oven cleaner I used to strip the paint. So altogether, I had $72 into this dresser, and I sold it for $275. Bringing my profit after week 3 up to $1,144. And with 1 week to go, I really didn't think I was even gonna come close to my goal. But week 4 really pulled through for me. The last week, I started out with the cane rocking chair. I got the chair for 40 bucks, and I spent 30 bucks on fabric to make a new cushion cover and reupholster it. So that brings my total up to $70, and I sold the chair for $200. And that was the first thing that sold at the beginning of this week, so I felt like I was starting to get a little bit of a lucky streak. Okay, what was flip number? Okay, flip number 2 was the McGuire cane chair. I bought that for 20 bucks, and the fabric for the new cushion covers cost me $16. So altogether, I had $36 into this piece, and I sold it for $125. Which I was super happy with because the cane was really beat up, so the fact that I made anything on it was a win. And I think I saved the best flips for last, and good thing I did because these were my little rock star pieces. So the TV stand that I flipped into the cane piece, I bought for 20 bucks. And for supplies, I spent 30 bucks on the cane piece and then $10 on the new handles. So altogether, I had $60 into this piece, and I sold it for $450. So this piece definitely boosted me up a good amount towards my goal. And the last flip of the month, the black fluted dresser. I got the dresser for 60 bucks, and this piece I spent the most amount of money on supplies. The pieces I got to make the fluting were $88 altogether, and then the hardware was $29. So altogether, I had $177 into this piece, and I sold this dresser for $525. So even though I sold the dresser for more money, I ended up making more on the cane piece. So my official total for the month of furniture flipping is $21.01, which I am very happy with. For a second there, I didn't even think we were gonna hit $2,000. Now looking back, would I change a lot about this month? Yes, I would. I would probably do less flips, but the flips that I did do, I would make them bigger because clearly the bigger pieces really paid off. And I still have 3 pieces left, so after those sell, I should be hitting my $2,300 mark or come very, very close to hitting it. And that completes this month of furniture flipping. I would love to know what you guys thought of this series, and did I make more or less money than you were thinking? This is also my last video for 2021. So have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I will see you guys in 2022 for some brand new DIYs. Bye guys.